put it in the oven for 5 minutes.
That's
But there was this whole glaze thing.
Well, you
did talk about it.
Well, you take the juices out and you make it into a glaze, which is like add brown sugar and some
See, I've already lost.
cider.
Brown
But you don't
what?
have to glaze.
Chocolate syrup, I'd say.
You could add barbecue sauce.
Ketchup. Scottish ketchup.
Oh my. Nathan was eating it without the glaze and he didn't miss it, I don't know.
Hey, didn't you guys go to Italy recently?
Mm-hmm.
How was that?
In October. It was fun.
And?
It was really cool. Nathan made me hike for like 4 hours without lunch. But it was actually worth it.
Every day.
No,
Every
just
day.
thankfully just one day. 'Cause I
This
was
is like a
scared I couldn't
concentration
survive.
camp.
No, well the thing is in Italy, they close from like 2:30 till 5,
Right.
and Nathan eats lunch literally every day at 3. So like he was not hungry, and then they would close. And so we got into this town after hiking from like, I don't even know when we started, 9 a.m. And we got into this town and we walked into this restaurant that I've been looking forward to, and she said it's closed, Chiuso. And I was like, I cried. Like I literally sobbed. Not to her, I made it to turn around and then I just cried and I was just like, I need food! I don't know what to do! So Nathan found me something. It was good. But it was rough. It was rough.
It was a big hiking day. It was in Cinque Terre, so
It was up hills, like straight up
it was
for a
everywhere.
long time with his sisters who are very athletic and I'm not. So it was exhausting.
It wasn't Mount Elbert by any means.
No.
It sounds a lot better than Elbert.
Elbert.
His Assassin's Creed character.
So you were pregnant, hungry, and hiking?
Luckily, my morning sickness stopped like a week before we left. So I was not sick. And I could be hungry and not end up sick. Because before that, getting hungry makes me throw up. But just made it. Under the wire. So then I was just grumpy. But it was good. And when we first got there, it rained a couple of days. And it was pretty rough. Because, I mean, it started raining right when we got there, so we didn't get to explore the town that we were staying in for like a week. So we didn't really know our way around, and it's pouring, and you're trying to get somewhere, and so that was a little rough, but we had a really good day for Cinque Terre. The weather was perfect, and it was really sunny, and so that day was really good, and then it kind of cleared up, and it would say every day that it was going to rain, and it really did more than get kind of cloudy, so we did pretty much all of Tuscany, and then we did up into Livorno, which is northwest of Tuscany, and then we did
A little Umbria. which is
Umbria,
right in
thank
the
you.
middle.
Umbria is a little bit southeast, so we did a little bit of that too. And we stayed 1 week in Lucca, which is just west of Florence, and then 1 week in Montepulciano, which is southeast. It was good. It's cool.
So what type of places were you staying?
Well, the first week we stayed in like a little rental apartment kind of thing that we found online. Actually, we found it because my upstairs neighbor, she's Italian, and they're teachers, so they go like for 2 months every 5 years or so. And so they had stayed there before in the summer, and so we stayed there. And it was okay. It wasn't amazing, but it was a good
It's like a
place.
2-bedroom apartment. I mean, there are tons of room.
Mm-hmm.
My parents and sisters were there at the same time, so they came and stayed with us one night.
Yeah, and then the second week we stayed at a agriturismo, which is like kind of like a bed and breakfast, but on a farm. So they usually grow something. And this place they did their own olive oil, and they did their own wine, and they did their own honey. And so, they do breakfast in the morning for us, and it was like a whole family. The son was the sort of greeter and host person, and then the mother cooked the breakfast and the meals and stuff, and then I think the wife cleaned the rooms and stuff. And it was pretty cool. And that was like a mile outside of town, I think.
And then we got to spend a couple days with Dean
Yeah.
in Florence, since he was studying there. Got to go to dinner with his host family.
What classes is he taking in Florence?
Italian. It was like the most
Yeah.
blow-off class ever. It was like he had Italian. He had like Italian culture, which meant they walked around town and ate things.
Oh, nice.
And then he did have one class that sounded kind of complicated, but I don't remember what it was.
Stanford must be hard.
The hardest part is getting in, I think.
He's not still there, right? He's back now, or is he still
Yeah,
there?
no, he's back in Palo Alto.
Yeah, he was there.
Last semester.
Oh, right, nice.
And then, what is he going to graduate? Oh, sports management? What is,
No.
what is he doing?
He journalism and history. I think is a double major in that. Just read his resume about 4 times, helping out with it, and I don't remember. Made a big impression on me.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But I bet you could tell what his record was, pitching record. He
Yeah.
put that in his resume.
Did he really?
He had a lot of stuff in there though, but I thought it was hilarious.
Well, you know, you're short on
Qualifications.
stuff.
Well, I was 13 and 6. I see.
You never know, they might have a summer softball league or something.
Conversation piece, right? It makes
Yeah.
You need those in the resume.
Yeah, I think.
Well, especially when you're just out of college, you don't have that much.
Yeah.
Other, I mean,
Fill in
yes,
that space.
See less that you played Division I baseball, but you don't
Your
get
record.
stats.
That's what you said, record.
I don't have a resume so much as a baseball card.
ERA.
Don't worry, I autographed it as well. You can keep that. That's awesome though. GPA, ERA. That's fantastic.
It's picture on.
No, he never hit.
Oh yeah.
It isn't it?
College
College
level, you don't
pitchers
hit.
don't hit at all.
Well, some players the
ones who
Yeah.
can actually hit.
yeah.
Yeah, but in college is all DH.
Yeah.
At every
Actually, yeah.
level, DH.
So DH is?
Designated hitter.
In the national.
So that they don't.
Still don't know what that means,
This
alright?
player doesn't play in field.
He
Just hits.
half of
So he's usually like a large, unathletic guy.
usually somebody that's washed up in his career. Half of the major league, the pitcher has to hit. The other half, the two different the leagues or division, whatever it's called, they have their designated hitter. So all they do is hit.
So you don't follow baseball, do you?
Baseball's a sport? So, yeah. Because if it's a sport, I probably don't follow it.
He's following Kierkegaard's
Yeah. A lot about
What was his ERA?
theorems per year.
I think Kierkegaard's DRA was. It doesn't.
We're all going to hell anyway.
That's where you got that.
He was also very unsympathetic with death. He's just like, whatever.
You just gotta-
Yeah, he's back. I might be going out to watch him. I'm definitely going out to watch him, whether it's in Palo Alto or in Phoenix. I haven't decided.
He like quit the team.
Yeah, I thought
He
he
was
did
going to
too.
because
He was told that if he went, so they have the season's in the spring, but they have fall ball, which is whatever, like basically just like scrimmage games. And he wanted to go study in Italy. The coach told him, if you do that, you're off the team. If you miss fall ball, you're off the team. He said, well, I'm going. And so,
Same after his
I
brother.
was gonna say that sounds so McCarthy-esque. You can't do this, then I'm doing that.
like, wrong thing to tell me. So he came back, and I don't know if, well, one of their ace pitchers got injured. He's out for the season. I don't know if they have the best recruiting class in the world, but he was back on the team.
That's awesome.
But then the funny thing is, he is now thinking about quitting because he thinks the team's going to be lousy.
He doesn't want that stink on him. He wants to just. You know.
Well, I think
Well, he
he.
can't put
13 and 6.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
What's he gonna put on his resume if he's like 13 and 15? So that's gonna be a problem.
Well, I think it's been tough on him because he has. His fraternity does a lot of stuff. I mean, he's got Steve Jobs' son in his fraternity. And he's got a lot of guys that have a lot of money and they do a lot of stuff, like rent boats, rent yachts, and go out on the bay, go skiing in Lake Tahoe. He misses everything because of baseball. And so he's always kind of been, even before this year, he's kind of been like, man, I wish I could just like not be a player and be a college student.
Yeah.
Right.
And so when the team's lousy, then he's kind of like, maybe this is the year.
That's
to
why I
say,
didn't play
yeah,
soccer
okay.
even in college. I just wanted to be a college student.
But there's also like a networking aspect to that. In his last year, I mean, he should get to know those people because that's going to be very valuable. That's the reason you go to Stanford, to meet
Mhm.
people like that. So
Right.
if you just meet a whole bunch of people who like burn out and don't make it to the bigger leagues, that's not going to really help you very much. But
Steve Jobs saw him that night. Pan out somehow.
yeah. Not to say that you should just use them for the context, but you know, like.
Play the odds. Right?
Yeah, exactly. It's a probability thing, right?
Please get some really good acquaintances.
Yeah.
If somebody
And
gets
go on the
majors, they're not really. They can't help you make it. Oh, guys, come sign up for baseball. There's a lot of networking. Man.
But you can get him to like, hey, Mark, you made the majors. Remember we went to school together? I have a business idea. I could use some seed
Oh, that's
funding."
true. That's true.
I think that's more like the NFL and the NBA where those guys are like, oh,
No, and Major League
he's got a
Baseball,
business
it-
venture?
No, they have
Invest.
all
the pros
all
of
pro
broke or
athletes.
whatever.
They have issues with, and a lot of times they're just their friends.
Baseball too?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't heard this.
Anytime you have a, you know,
Large
22-year-old making millions of dollars
Yeah.
a year.
Can I write you a check for $3 million? And he's like, no.
But yes, it was a good trip. I don't think I liked it really that much, but it was a fun trip.
Well,
It's not really my
it
my,
doesn't
my
really like
place.
pasta. Which kind of is
We
every
hate
meal.
wine.
Yeah, you guys
I don't hate
need
wine,
to
I
pick
just
better
don't
countries
like
to
it.
go to, knowing your audience. Why did you choose Italy then?
Because Dean was there.
Christine was there,
Oh,
but
okay.
I loved Italy. I still do, but well, it's a little hard when you're pregnant. You can't really eat anything.
You had a lot of gelato.
No, I really didn't actually. Not nearly as much as in college.
Where do you think you would like? Don't live.
I don't know.
Scotland.
No, their food's terrible.
You like fish?
Tastes pretty good to me.
You like Scandinavia. A lot of fish.
Yeah, we could see
It's
you.
clean.
But it is also a soft food culture. Nathan likes crunch.
You can bring his own.
Chow Main's.
Yeah.
Oh, I travel with Chow Main's.
You're right. It's a good point. Consideration.
That was brilliant. Think like him. What would be the biggest issue? Food.
We are talking about going to
Uruguay.
Uruguay next.
What is that?
Uruguay.
Oh. Okay.
Because.
Well, when we lived in Scotland, I worked at the National Trust, which is where all the older ladies who retired worked. And one of the older ladies I was friends with, her name was, oh crap, I forgot
Susan.
her name. Susan, thank you. And she and her husband sort of befriended us, I guess. I mean, it was a weird friendship, but we went over and had dinner with them sometimes, and they took Nathan to the secret Scotch room. And then she and her husband separated, and she moved back to Uruguay because that's where she grew up. And so she lives there. And she said she gives tours to like all the cruise lines that come in. So she had emailed us last year and said, "Oh, you should come visit." And that was on our list, but Italy had to happen first, and now we're pregnant, and so that's the next on the list. We'll see how long.
So if anybody's looking to babysit for me in 2 weeks, it's coming fall.
I don't think
for
that we
real.
can leave her. I don't think that we can leave her. I think she would come. She's not a cat. She has to come with us. You can't just
Put her in the
roll down
closet.
every-
Yeah, put her in the
We can stop by twice a day.
Hannah, she's already in the closet. Do you want to show her?
Train her in the litter box. Like it.
This is going to be an adventure.
I'm personally very excited for the first round of golf next year. This year,
Yeah.
plan on bringing her out too.
Put that basket on the back of the car too.
Nathan's plan for sand volleyball is to put her in the carrier and hang her from the net. And he's like, anytime the ball hits the net, it'll bounce and she'll be happy. And I'm like, yeah, this sounds like a plan.
Until it hits her.
Well, I've seen Brett serve. She's doomed.
Put like a roll cage on it.
Put a helmet on her, it should be fine.
Great. I see no issues here.
I know, that's the concern.
Yes, that's.
That's the concern, babe. That's the concern.
Hey, Mike's kids are still alive, so.
That is a good point.
If they can make it.
Anyone can make.
Well, I have a Megan, you have a Hannah. It all evens out.
Got it?
Got it. And you?
That's why I said put yours on top of mine. Alright. Hey, it's more scotch.
Heading.
Yeah.
So how was the logo seriously received? I mean, I literally found this out today, so I'm still fresh on this issue.
Scottish.
I would be kind of mixed. I'm not.
Bill Havens?
I mean, I get what they're trying to
Yeah,
do.
there's
And
some,
they animate it.
Aged
Like,
in
oh, really?
barrel
Part of the
cast
thing that
in
they're
there.
trying to do is show, I mean, the whole
Yeah,
reason
that's
behind
good
the-
too.
reasoning behind the logo is supposed to show that the company is like learning and evolving. So, you know, it goes from the triangle